This is Mark Rodriguez.
This is Johnny Rodriguez.
And this is Jupi-chan. Hey guys.
And you're watching Video Game Masters. And today we're talking about Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons.
Double Dragon?
Yep.
Bye.
Hey, come on.
It's not so bad. It's not Double Dragon 3.
Yeah, it has a cool new tag team mechanic.
A new tag team mechanic, and it's not as bad as Double Dragon 3?
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, come on. It's not gonna be that bad, Wendy. And hey, William's actually joining us for this episode.
Okay. You're so lucky I should like you guys.
Hey, what up? It's Will, aka Ninja Panda 1980. Don't worry, Wendy. I got you on this one. And trust me, this is way better than Double Dragon 3.
Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons was released on 2023 by Secret Base and Modus Games. It's available on the PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, the newer Xbox consoles, and PC gaming. It's a two-player beat-em-up as Bibby, Jimmy, and several other characters fight against the gangs taking over the city. This time, the game adds a tag team mechanic, so you can choose to play as two fighters and switch between them during gameplay.
So the main story involves the new mayor of post-apocalyptic New York City enlisting the help of the Double Dragons to take down 4 gangs that are taking over the city. The 4 gangs are the following. You get the Killers, who are led by the classic Double Dragon end boss Willie, the Royals, who are led by Duke, the boss of the Super Double Dragon series, the Okada clan, which is led by Lady Okada, who's related to Okada, the Okada sisters from Double Dragon 4, and finally, the Triangle Cult, led by the all-new character Anubis.
You can select the order in which you fight the gangs, but you must choose wisely, as the first gang leader you choose will have a single stage, and the boss will be easier to defeat. But the final gang leader will have 3 stages to get through, and a much tougher boss fight. The bosses will even have new and more dangerous attacks. Compare when you face Lady Okada in her casino office if you choose her first. To this perilous rooftop battle, if you were to choose her last. Oh my gosh, you designed this insanity. Oh, Okada, I wanted to hurt you. But anyway, ignoring that, the mini bosses also switch up depending on what stage order you choose.
The game lets you select Billy and Jimmy Lee, of course, as well as Marion and a brand new character, Uncle Martin, or Uncle Martin. I'm not sure how the name is pronounced. There's an R missing there if it's supposed to be Martin. I don't know. Anyways, as you earn cash throughout the game, you can earn tokens and unlock all 4 of the bosses, as well as Linda, Abobo, Burnoff, and Chintai Mei, classic thugs from Double Dragon 1 and 2. The game later on added some DLC with some deep cuts. The first round adds in Shinsei Mei and Yagyu Ranzo from Double Dragon 3. And you also get the return of the long-lost third brother, Sonny Lee, who has only appeared in the arcade version of Double Dragon 3, though this game refers to him as a cousin.
I thought we weren't talking about Double Dragon 3.
We're not talking about Double Dragon 3, but hey, the characters are still cool and deserve to come back in a better game. Poor Sonny wasn't even in the Genesis version of Double Dragon 3. Not that you want to play that one.
Oh yeah, he's really cool to use. He even had a cameo in River City Girls too.
Okay, I'll admit it. Sonny Lee is a lot of fun to play as, so you know what? I'll let it slide for now, but if the real Double Dragon 3 was like this, I might actually like it.
Unfortunately, it's not. The DLC added online multiplayer and a versus mode as well as a survival mode. A second round of DLC later on added in Jeff, that one guy that always looked like an evil version of the Lee brothers wearing green. You know the guy. As well as Bore, the big Terminator Hank Hill looking dude from Double Dragon 2. So that's a whole lot of characters to choose from once you unlock them all. Everyone has different types of attacks, including jump attacks, diving attacks, throws and holds, and special attacks you can use when you fill up the special meter. The special meter also doubles as a tag meter, and you can only switch between the characters once it's full. the character that is sitting things out gets a portion of their health restored, so that's pretty helpful. While some characters are already armed, like Marion and Linda, it kind of bites that the only characters that can pick up the multiple weapons throughout the game are Billy and Jimmy and Duke for some reason. Not even Sonny and Jeff can pick up weapons, and they're as similar to the Lee brothers as you can get.
The game relies on a lot of combos and taking out as many enemies as you can with a special attack. The more you juggle an enemy, the more coins they drop. While you do find food to replenish your health and crates and barrels, if you defeat more than 2 enemies in a single attack, you get a special KO which drops several food items as well. Sometimes if you wipe out enough enemies, you can get a whole roasted chicken that can refill all of your health.
Once you defeat all 4 gangs, the mayor will offer you a chance to rule the city with him and a big cash bonus. If you accept the cash, the game ends. But if you refuse, now you have to fight him. The mayor turns out to be the mysterious warrior from Double Dragon 2, and his town hall stage is his famous theme. Oh yeah, you know the one. But before you can even get to him, you'll have to defeat all 4 bosses at the same time. And that's after surviving the gauntlet of enemies and armed security guards.
Welcome to your tomb.
Oh, let's not. Oh, no. No. This is a one-player game, man. I won't go easy. Oh, fuck all y'all.
Praise Anubis.
Oh, but that thing turned into a fucking monster. Like, that's a bullshit. That's some supreme bullshit.
At the end of each stage, you get to choose from different power-ups and abilities. They can range from anything like adding more power to your special attacks, or recovering HP every time you do a crowd control, or you can just get more money to buy more tokens. You can get the tokens by either beating the whole game, or choosing to end your current save file and deleting it. It's literally cashing in your chips.
Alright guys, here's our thoughts on Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, and what can I say? At first, I was very skeptical when I saw the trailers, because, like, I don't know, the weird kind of pixelated little graphics, I don't know, just the overall art style is kind of weird, and it took me a while to get used to it. But then, like, William was telling me, oh, Mark, this game is so awesome, and other friends of mine are telling me, oh, it's so awesome, like, despite the graphics. I'm like, well, okay, I'll give it a shot. And yeah, the game is a lot of fun. You get all the crazy juggle combos, you get, like, extra food and stuff with the combos and the KO, special KO and stuff like that. That's all a lot of fun. And I like the fact that you can actually pick, like, Linda, Bobo, Burnoff, all the other Double Dragon characters too, you know, of course after you unlock them and everything. So that's a lot of fun. And it is kind of different with the different like stages, like you're easy or hard depending what order you go to. So you gotta play the game like about 4 or 5 times to see everything. So that's all good. Of course, Double Dragon is known for being very difficult, lots of traps, lots of mazes and stuff in the game, just a lot of stuff. So you know, bring your A game, cause yeah, it's still Double Dragon.
Okay, so what I think about the game is I like the soundtrack because it has some of the more popular songs soundtrack from the first Double Dragon game. That's like the one I remember the most when it comes to mind. And I like the extensive, I don't know, character selection, you know, I like the way the game looks. The graphics look interesting because it looks kind of like 8-bit style, but you know, it animates way too well for an 8-bit game, you know, and there's no slowdown, so that's obviously not an actual 8-bit game, but I do like the aesthetic of the game. The only little complaint I would have is that they don't seem to dash, if I'm not mistaken, so it makes it actually a little bit slow in that department. I wish they would just dash, you know.
You like pushing forward twice or something.
Yeah, in my opinion, all beat 'em ups, especially the more modern ones, because you know you got the benefit that you're making them now. You know, they should all have a dash feature. All of them by default should have a dash feature. It just makes it faster that way.
For me, I hate to say it, it's a Double Dragon game. I have a love-hate thing with Double Dragon. I hate it, but there are some things about it that I like. I actually really did like this game. I hated the continue stuff, where you had to collect all the money and the jewels and stuff to buy continues. Oh gosh, I hated that. But outside of that, I really liked it. I really liked using Marion, as you may see. You know, like for the bosses, because then, you know, where maybe Mark or Johnny will be like, you know, they'll be, you know, doing the up close stuff. I'm just in the back saying, yeah, man, just, you know, take you out from the back, you know, because I'm a cautious player. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good game. I really did like it. Like I said, the dashing thing would be an improvement, and like I said, the continue thing. I hated that. So yeah, it is in Double Dragon 2.
Yeah. So, William, what do you think of the game?
All right. So overall, I did enjoy the game. I do like the fact of you can actually use tokens to add the DLC characters rather than just having to use in-game money, which is a big refresher on my wallet. Also, the newer characters like Sunny Lee, even being able to use classics like a Bobo are a lot of fun. The music's pretty hyped up. I actually like that. That's probably one of my top two Double Dragon renditions, other than Double Dragon Neon. Overall, I'd give this game probably about an A minus.
So that concludes this episode of Video Game Masters. I think from now on I want to start saying concludes, because whenever I say just wraps it up, I always kind of stumble. So yes, this concludes the episode of Video Game Masters. This is Mark Rodriguez.
This is Johnny Rodriguez.
This is Jupi and play Double Dragon Gaiden because this game is better than Double Dragon 2.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.
All right, guys, it was awesome having me. Of course, you know, this is William White, aka Ninja Panda 1980. I am out of here. Peace out, guys.
Oh, hey, bro, just making sure you got home safe and sound.
Oh yeah, I had a very good safe trip. It was a smooth flight and everything. Hey bro, did you heard about the new Double Dragon game that's coming out?
Oh, yeah, Double Dragon Revive. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's worth checking out.
Oh my god! You telling me there's another Double Dragon game I gotta suffer through?
Well, you know.
No, I'm sick of Double Dragon. No more Double Dragon. You know what? You want a dragon? Here, take your dragon.